Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Gratitude Tuesdays. My name is Raina, and I'm a recovery coach here at Capital Recovery.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Karen, and I'm also a Capital Recovery coach.
So, our Gratitude Tuesdays are exactly what it says. We go over different types of gratitude and different ways to show gratitude. And tonight we're going to do kind of like an overall picture of what gratitude is. Before we get started, we have some announcements. I think you have them all.
So we always want to remind everyone of our upcoming meetings because we would love to have some in-person participation. So don't forget that every Tuesdays we have coffee and conversation at 2 p.m. Men in training at 5. Our Gratitude Tuesday at 7. Our All Recovery meeting on Thursday at 1. And then we're having a family meeting this Saturday. The center will be open from 11 to 2. But our meeting will be held at 12 to 1 p.m. All the meetings are accessible to you virtually, or you can come in person and join us.
All right. So the first thing we're going to start out with is what is gratitude? And this is an article we found on verywellmind.com. So gratitude is a positive emotion that involves being thankful and appreciative and is associated with several mental and physical health benefits. When you experience gratitude, you feel grateful for something or someone in your life and respond with feelings of kindness, warmth, and other forms of generosity. The word gratitude can have a number of different meanings depending on how others use it and in what context. In general terms, gratitude stems from the recognition that something good happened to you, accompanied by an appraisal that someone, whether another individual or an impersonal source, such as nature or a divine entity, was responsible for it. And explained by researcher, your guess is as good as mine on that one. Lucy Ofunko. Yeah, we're just going to keep on moving it. But that's from an article that was published in the Journal of Frontiers in Psychology.
There's somebody commented. I think.
Where?
Right
I'm
there
still learning all this part.
Right there is 2 comments in red.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Nathaniel. Thank you for joining us. Just wanted to give you guys a shout out. All right, so let me continue. The history of gratitude. The subject is something that has interested religious scholars and philosophers since ancient times. Research on gratitude didn't take off until the 1950s as psychologists and sociologists began to examine the impact that gratitude could have on individuals and groups. Since then, interest in the topic has grown considerably as the potential health benefits became increasingly apparent.
That's interesting. I didn't realize that it's basically a new concept, at least one that's been discussed anyway. And we've talked before in previous groups about the benefits of gratitude as far as your health and mental health and different things. So that's kind of interesting. So the next one are signs of gratitude. So what does gratitude look like? How do you know if you're experiencing a sense of gratitude? Expressing your appreciation and thanks for what you have can happen in a number of different ways. For example, it might entail spending a few moments thinking about the things in your life that you are grateful for. So it's kind of like an internal gratitude. Or stopping to observe and acknowledge the beauty of wonder of something you encounter on your daily life. Like going for a hike or swimming or anything out in nature, and just that's one of my favorites.
I was actually, it was raining really hard when I was coming back from lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I sat down on my porch and I was just there watching the rain.
Oh, I love that. I love the rain. Another one is being thankful for your health. Thanking someone for the positive influence they have in your life. And I think that's one of the ones that we think of most often. And then doing something kind for another person to show that you are grateful, which is another one, letting people know that, you appreciate them. Paying attention to the small things in your life that bring you joy and peace. So being grateful for what you have and instead of focusing on what you don't have. Then there's meditation or prayer focused on giving thanks. So gratitude is often a spontaneous emotion that you feel in the moment. Some people are naturally prone to experiencing it more often than others, but experts suggest that it is also something that you can cultivate and learn to practice more often. And I think like being a person in recovery, I had very little gratitude for anything for a very long time while I was using. It was always about, well, what can you do for me? And if, you're not helping me do this, then you know what I mean? There's no appreciation for like anyone or anything. So that's something that, when I got into recovery that I had to kind of like work on and letting people know that I appreciate their help or, the things that they have done to me or to me. Yeah. For me.
I think it's a little bit of a sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That prevents you from feeling grateful. So the more you practice it, the more it'll become of, second nature.
Absolutely.
Measuring gratitude. You can evaluate your tendency to experience gratitude by asking yourself the following questions. Do you feel like you have a lot to be thankful for in your life? If you made a list of the things you're grateful for, what would that list be very long? I actually didn't think that my list was very long until I actually put it on paper. So I felt really good about the list being very long.
Because I think sometimes like some of the things that we're grateful for, we don't like consciously think of all the time. But when you sit down and like make that list, it's like, oh, all right.
I am thankful for it.
Yeah.
When you look at the world, can you find many things to be grateful for? Do you feel like your appreciation for life and other people has grown stronger as you get older?
Yes, absolutely.
And also realizing to be grateful for the right people, right? Not just being grateful for the wrong people.
Yeah, it's very true.
Do you frequently experience moments when you appreciate someone or something? Do you appreciate a wide variety of people in your life? If you answered yes to most of these questions, you probably have a strong sense of gratitude. If you answered no to many or all, you could take steps to bring more gratitude into your life.
And I feel like sometimes, like some days, you're more like grateful than other days. And then not to say that you don't appreciate, someone or something in your life that day, but like just you do more on at other times. So I think that can kind of like fluctuate by what's going on in your life as well. So it's the next one, types of gratitude. So at times we can categorize gratitude in 3 different ways. As an affective trait, meaning that it is related to a person's general disposition. Some people naturally experience gratitude more frequently than others. However, research has not demonstrated a clear connection to any of the big 5 personality traits, such as conscientiousness, agreeableness, and extroversion. That's true because my sister is very introverted, but she is a very positive person in general. So she's happy with the little things in life. She doesn't expect much. Like I found this little Coach purse for her that is named after her, and she has an unusual name. So I bought it and sent it to her, and she was like overwhelmed and overjoyed. It's like she's like, I don't deserve a purse this expensive. In reality, she does. But like I think some people are just more prone, to just being happy with the simple things in life. I've had to learn how to work and do that.
Yeah, I still have some working to do.
Oh yeah, every day.
Instruction.
Every day. Yep, absolutely. So we can identify it as a mood, which means it may fluctuate over time. People might experience periods where they feel more grateful in general, and at other times they may experience this less often. So it's kind of what I was saying about like the different questions like to ask yourself about measuring gratitude, because I feel like I fluctuate. You know what I mean? Some days I hate the world, and other days it's like, oh my God, this is so wonderful. How could I get this lucky? As an emotion, which is a briefer feeling that people experience in the moment, people might have a particular experience that inspires feelings or gratitude. I feel like that is more common for me and, you know, a lot of other people. The how to find best types of happiness in your life.
And also, if you're like surrounded with a lot of grateful people, I think it's also contagious.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's like a smile or anything else. Yeah, definitely.
It's like, okay, fine, I'll be a little grateful. How to practice gratitude. Developing a sense of gratitude isn't complex or challenging. It doesn't require any special tools or training, and the more you practice it, the better you will become to put yourself into a grateful state of mind. Here's how to do this. The first one is observe the moment. Take a second to focus on your experience and how you're feeling. Take stock of your senses and think about what is helping you cope. Are there people who have done something for you, or are there particular things helping you manage your stress, feel good about your life, or accomplish what you need to do? You may also find the practice of mindfulness, which focuses on becoming more aware of the present moment, a helpful tool. You want to take turns?
Sure. Yeah. I was just doing some step work, and it's talks about like being in the moment and learning to like stay in that moment and, you know, experience it basically, good or bad, and just try and like, you know what I mean, see how it sits with you, and then, you know, go from there. So it's funny how like things just like cross over. So the next one is write it down. You might find it helpful to start a gratitude journal where you jot down a few things you are thankful for each day. Being able to look back on these observations can help when you are struggling to feel grateful. And that's what you were saying when you write it down. And I know for me, like I'll go into a store and I'm like, I need this, this, and this. If I don't write it down, I'm not walking out with anything that I needed in the first place. So like, even if I write it down and kind of forget the list, there's something about putting pen to paper that just makes it like sink in.
Mm-hmm. I write it down on my notes on my phone.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I have to do that. If not, I buy everything else but what I need.
Yep.
The next one is savor the moment. Give yourself time to really enjoy the moment. Focus on the experience and allow yourself to absorb those good feelings. Which is, I think, a very good thing. I try to focus on this a lot, which is why I often don't like to be on my phone constantly. Mm-hmm. I just feel like it takes it away from the moment.
Yeah, because like we went kayaking Sunday, and we passed some people fishing, and like one of us had our phones. I don't remember. He was like, "No phones on the river. How can you enjoy all this beauty with this phone in your face?" And he was right. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I snapped a couple of pictures, but you like, if you're not like really taking a look at what's going on around you and enjoying it for what it is, like, why are you even there? You know what I mean? Like, totally distracted from like all this beauty. So the next one is create gratitude rituals. Pausing for a moment to appreciate something and giving thanks for it can help you feel a greater sense of gratitude. A meditation, prayer, or mantra are examples of rituals that can inspire a greater sense of gratitude. So, like the little like mantras and stuff. My best friend, she has like little cards, and she's like, I post up my positivity and my little saying for the day, and I'm like, this goofball, but like it works. She's like, try it, and like it works. I was like, all right, I'll stop making fun of you. Craig, I'm grateful for my recovery journey. Me too.
Thank you for sharing, Craig. The next one is give thanks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gratitude is all about recognizing and appreciating those people, things, moments, skills, or gifts that bring joy, peace, or comfort into our lives. Show your appreciation. You might thank a person to show you're thankful for them, or you might spend a moment simply mentally appreciating what you have.
Yeah, I think giving thanks, and even for like the simple things. Like if someone holds the door for me, I always make sure I say thank you, no matter what. You know what I mean? Because I know like I'll hold the door for somebody, when they don't, you're kind of like, oh. Like you feel bummed out, like wow. But like just that little like thanks, can make a big difference.
Yesterday, when I went grocery shopping, somebody, at Aldi's, you have to put in your little quarter to get a cart.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody saw that I was coming and then just left the cart there.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have to, put in my own quarter. And I was like, thank you. That's, what if I didn't have a quarter?
Pay it forward.
Yeah. So I did the same thing. I left it there and somebody took it.
Yeah.
Expressing your appreciation for others is an important component that can affect your interpersonal relationships, particularly those with your partner. People who are high in gratitude experience sharp declines in marital satisfaction when their partner does not express gratitude in return. Showing your gratitude for those around you can help improve the quality and satisfaction of your relationships.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we take significant others or, people that we live with kind of for granted. Like, I love you, I'm grateful for you, but do that? Sometimes you have to reinforce that and let them know. And sometimes like doing that, like if you see like a mood change or something like that, just doing that will help them, you know what I mean? Feel better about themselves. So I think that's really important that we don't take those that are closest to us for granted. So the impact of gratitude. The practice of gratitude can have a significant positive impact on both physical and psychological health. Some of the benefits of gratitude that researchers have uncovered include better sleep, better immunity, higher self-esteem, decreased stress, lower blood pressure, less anxiety and depression, stronger relationships, and higher levels of optimism. Apparently, I am not practicing enough gratitude because I have horrible sleep, I have a horrible immune system, my self-esteem's stress through the roof, I better get on the ball.
Maybe you need some self-care.
That too. Definitely that too. So research also suggests that people who tend to be more grateful are also more likely to engage in other health-promoting behaviors, including exercising, following their doctor's recommendations, and sticking to a healthier lifestyle. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like that whole, your body is a temple, you need to take care of it. If you don't care, then you don't care. Mm-hmm. But, when you have some like gratitude, you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well. So according to psychologist Robert Emmons, whose name's a lot easier to pronounce, gratitude can have a transformative effect on people's lives for several reasons. Because it helps people focus on the present, it plays a role in magnifying positive emotions. He also suggests that it can help improve people's self-worth. When you acknowledge that there are people in the world who care about you and are looking out for your interests, it can help you recognize your value. I think this is very, very important when you're dealing with a fellow addict. I was actually having a conversation with the mother of, a girl who's struggling, and she just kept telling me, she's like, she has this amazing support system. She's like loved. And I was like, are you making sure you're reinforcing that? Because sometimes I think that, we forget when we're in that active addiction that there are people that care about us. You know what I mean? And acknowledging them and like what's going on, just kind of helps. You know what I mean? Let them know that you are still there, that you still care, you still want what's best for them. And like hopefully some of it sinks in and they're like, all right, so maybe I'm not a lost cause,
Tips for developing gratitude. Many different exercises and interventions have been shown to help cultivate a stronger sense of gratitude in their day-to-day life. To develop your gratitude, you might want to keep a gratitude journal. Spend a few minutes each day writing about something you're grateful for. This doesn't need to be a long or complex process. Simply listing 2 or 3 items each day and focusing on experiencing gratitude for them can help. In one study, healthcare workers who wrote down 3 good things each day experienced decreased emotional exhaustion and depression and improved their work-life balance and overall happiness.
Nice.
The second one is reframe experiences. Another way to increase gratitude is to compare current situations to negative experiences in the past. Doing this not only allows you to see how your strengths helped carry you through those events, but it also helped you focus on the things you can be grateful for in the here and now.
So basically, I don't know, I think I read that wrong. Another way to increase gratitude is compare current situations to negative experiences. See, I'm so taught, stop dwelling on the past, stop dwelling on the past. But I guess if you take a look at it to compare to where you are now to where you were, it'll give you something to be grateful for. I had to read that one a couple times for it to sink in.
Focus on your senses. I was about to read emotions. Emmons suggests taking moments to focus on what you see, hear, taste, touch, and feel. This can help you gain a greater appreciation of the world around you and what it means to be alive.
Yeah, going back to being in the moment.
Yeah.
All right. And then the last one is potential pitfalls of gratitude. While gratitude is generally viewed as having a host of wide-ranging benefits, there are situations where it may have some downsides. For example, if you view it as a situation that creates a debt, it may make you feel a sense of obligation that could potentially contribute to feelings of stress. The pressure to feel grateful, particularly around certain times of each year, such as Thanksgiving and Christmas, can also contribute to feelings of stress. Yeah, I think sometimes we get so focused on trying to create this perfect event or this perfect environment, and it just ends up being more stressful than what you're trying to create. And I learned that recently, having a grandchild, when Christmas would come around, I would spend so much time making it look so amazing and don't touch my Christmas tree and hold up everything so I can take a picture. You know what I mean? That I was never really in the moment. It was just oh, thank God it's over. And then, now having a grandchild, it was her first Christmas, I took 5 pictures. But there were pictures of me sitting on the floor opening stuff with her and you know what I mean? Being involved and, in experiencing what was going on instead of trying to make this memorial that I never go back and look at,
Being in the moment.
Exactly. And then sometimes putting all your energy into feeling grateful can cause you to neglect things that actually do require some criticism. For example, if you are so focused on feeling grateful for your partner, you might overlook or accept certain behaviors that are harmful to your well-being. Absolutely. Like, there's a difference between being grateful and settling or accepting, for whatever reason. I think that's it. Oh, why toxic positivity can be so harmful. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. And then in closing, a word from Very Well. However, it's important to remember that these potential pitfalls are relatively minor compared to the overwhelming benefits of practicing gratitude. You shouldn't put too much pressure on yourself, but making an effort to cultivate a sense of gratitude is something worth adding to your daily life. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a complicated thing. It's very simple. Just little tiny things that take a few minutes. You know what I mean? It's not like you have to devote half your day to it or overthinking it, because then, like I said, it'll just cause you more stress.
Yeah, it'll try to defeat the purpose of gratitude.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's all about wanting to change your mindset into a more positive one. So don't also compromise your boundaries and everything else in between.
Absolutely. All right. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. That's the end of our group. And again, we would love to have you come out and join us every Tuesday for our different groups and 72 North Pearl Street. Thank you, everyone.
Happy Tuesday. Oh.